House has a lot of secret passages. This is a good time to review my notes. Cynthia Peckman wanted money, research documents, an apology, retribution. Money. That's it. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done this. Sounds like Cynthia is deeply in debt. She inherited Bullard's entire estate. Could she have... What could she have done with it? Graham Wellington was a secret. He was fired. Has a secret. He was fired. He's in love with Josie. He's barely blackmailed. He is Woodcutter. He is Woodcutter. No, I don't think so. He is being blackmailed. He is in love with Josie. He was fired. I don't remember. Blackmailed? No, that's not it. I need to think. No, that's not it. Really? He's Woodcutter. That's... What? How did you determine that Graham Wellington was the Woodcutter? I didn't even determine that. What are you spoiling, girl? I didn't figure out he was the Woodcutter. But, you know, I guess it kind of makes sense now you say it. But that's a little bit of an early premonition saying he's the Woodcutter. So, anyways. Graham Wellington has been trying to steal Bullard's research for himself. He must have murdered Bullard. Bullard was being blackmailed about Cynthia's gambling. Somebody named James Lowry. His relationship with Josie. His tenure at the college. Somebody named James Lowry. I remember that. That's it. Who is James Lowry, and why did Bullard want to keep his existence a secret? There's more to the story. Still, though. There's our notes. Okay, let's see where this passage takes me. Right into the cryptic bottom line. We've got places to cross. Some sort of passage coming up, and make sure nothing's coming behind me. You know, if I had a house and money and time, I'd like to have a secret underground apartment. Maybe not this extravagant. There goes the bats having a good time. Are there passageways down there? I wonder what's at the bottom of the well. I wonder what's at the bottom. Yeah, right, this is the... Oh! Hi, Woodcutter. This is the inside of the well. The moon is full. The moon is full. He's just saying hi to us. Walk on ahead. Don't see any hidden notes or anything, so I think we might be okay for the moment. We good. Let's go on up. Looks like this is the end of the line. Farmhouse. What is this? A generator? Well, let's go investigate around a little bit. Rats. Cat Scooby? No, rats. Let's see. There's a paper there, a slip here, some stuff over there. Let's first see if this door is open. I can't leave you. I have to figure out what this weird device is. If you say so. I mean, you don't have to figure out anything, but I guess we are this far into this, so might as well. Something hidden behind that bookshelf at the window. Well, let me investigate the trash can first. Or look back here, really. There's a note here. Am I investigating? Canisters of some kind. They are connected to the pod. Another blank page. That makes 2 of them I found so far. It's another blank sheet of paper. Can I not pick up that plank or something? Usually those are useful. There's a buzzsaw here. A hacksaw. The blade is rusted and useless. A hacksaw handle. Back across I go. Or will I stop over here, evidently, is where they want me to go. Something up there, obviously, as well. Objectives. Investigate Bullard's machine. This must be what Bullard and Josie were working on, the lunar dream apparatus. What does this thing do anyway? Why would somebody kill for it? What does this thing do? Okay. I can't open the door. There's a small chain holding them shut. Do I have anything to remove a chain? Like a hacksaw handle? Also, I need to look at this through my mask. Right. Let me also take a step back. Sometimes when you're standing on the position where something would have appeared, you won't see it. No, oh, but he's standing at the top of the ladder. Intriguing. I say he, but it's probably a she because it's probably me. This must be the control panel for the pod thing. I need to turn it on somehow. It's not the big red letter. The control console is off. There's a note here. H. Bullard Daily Log, September 15th, 1965. The main pod of the apparatus is complete. Today I test each of the individual connections, but we won't really know if it works until we can do a proper test with a full moon. And there was a full moon that we saw through the well, so tonight's the night. Alright, the weather conditions required by the device are very sensitive, and anticipating them is proving harder than we predicted. I must tread carefully now. Should Woodcutter know that the apparatus is functional, I would have no chance of stopping him. We must keep the work secret. I really venture from this house now. The device is too valuable to leave unguarded. Graham called again today. He knows I'm up to something. He tried his best to worm some details out of me, but his attempts at subterfuge were pretty feeble. The man is an incompetent scientist, but an even more incompetent liar. Josie volunteered vigorously to be the first test subject, and I readily agreed. She is not going to work it's not going to work the first time anyway. Volunteered to be the first test subject of Bullard's new adventure. We actually read that in her diaries. I don't know why you just noticed that. I bet she went insane after she saw her mental landscape, and she's the woodcutter. That's where my bets are going. But anyways, the control console is off. Well, there's nothing on this. Looks like something fits here. The base reminds me of the weird device in the dining room. Looks like something fits here. The weird device in the dining room. Okay, this part is done. Now it's calibrated. The console is turned off. I need to somehow turn it on somehow. I see. This must be how the machine is calibrated. I'm going to go upstairs first. Let's investigate. First of all, obvious note is obvious. The Crystal Cove by Bobby Sawyer, Chapter 19. And it was brighter and brighter and brighter than the sun, but cold, so cold, cold, I could see my breath, and it was dark, and I heard her voice. It was the light, and her voice was the light and the cold, and she was talking to me, talking like my mother used to talk to me, and it was beautiful, the most beautiful voice I have ever heard, and I wanted to go there and be with it. Apparently he had a riding collapse, and be with her, and feel her skin, and see her eyes, and be her eyes, but it was cold. I could see my breath, and there was an edge to her voice, sharp like a knife. Her voice had another voice under its end, and it was sharp, and I thought maybe that was her real voice, and her real voice was cold, and so hesitated, and then I could feel the warmth, and there was warmth, and it was all over me, and I could feel it, and I opened my eyes, and I saw the warmth, and it was blood. Did old Bobby go crazy? I could see the house from here. Where is Woodcutter? I could see the house and beyond, the fields. Open you up. Another note here. It looks like a page torn from a notebook. Mama, respectful always. Outrageous hats. Simply wonderful. Adores music. Never angry. Not forgotten. All alone. Josephine Turner, age 10. Close that up again. Oh, there's a handprint.
Graham Wellington wanted fame and glory. Josie Herrera wanted to find something precious. Cynthia Peckman wanted money. Bobby Sawyer wanted to be a writer. I wanted to get out of Kansas and start a real life. Now I just want to see my mother again.
Repeating thematic of moms here. I swear to God there was something back there, but I didn't really see when I got closer again, so I guess I could put on my favorite monkey mask. Of course, he's just standing there. Oh, there's something here. I mean, I already knew there was something here, but for some reason it was glowing in this one. It wasn't glowing before. So yes, I know that was there, but does that mean I can get it out? Do I get it out with a hacksaw? How do I interact with it? Because it definitely is flashing with the mask on. Still think it'd be creepy if he moves sometimes in these scenes. I don't know how you interact with it right now. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't. Well, let's go on down then. And in this part, let's see if we can figure out how to turn this on. Nope, nothing is happening. It's turned off. No, I didn't want to go back upstairs. At the very least, I don't really know what to do with that yet, so... Evidently, there's something at the bottom of that, but I haven't quite figured out its full purpose yet. I can't leave you. I have to figure out what this weird device is. Well, I have a theory about this fuse box station thing right here. Which is why I even came over here, but I guess my theory is wrong because I can't interact with it. Notably. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Let me go to the back side here and see if there's anything I can do from this point. There is a handle here. The hatch is sealed shut. Seems like the device is turned off. You don't say. How observant of you. Canisters of some kind. They are connected to the pod. Can I hack off this? Canister, no. Okay. I dreamed. He turned his position, I think. What is he looking at? He's facing to look at the garbage can? But I can't interact with the garbage can. I've tried. I've tried so hard. Let me move back over here. If one must cross over and investigate this scenario. Hello, scenario. I'm here to investigate you. But nothing happens. So far I'm really liking the game, though. There's definitely something I'm supposed to do here, but to piece it together, the only piece I have is that there's something in the cage up here. Let's take a look at you. Opening you doesn't do anything. Really? Oh, okay. You know, sometimes it's the simplest solution. At least that's what I've learned over time. A sharp hacksaw blade. Oh, she's faint. I was wondering what was going on. I can see the house and beyond. I swear I heard a whisper. Maybe I'm just crazy. Whatever lived here before was pretty messy. Typically, that's what animals do. So, that makes the hacksaw full? Yes, it does. Now, there's only two things I can think of that I could be cutting with the hacksaw blade. First would be you, and the second thing would be something back here. So let's take my beautiful hacksaw blade. Okay, that was it. That was a lot easier than I was predicting, to be quite frank. In fact, almost too easy. What's in here? Oh. Okay, I powered up the console and calibrated it. Did you do that? I'll believe you because you said you did. I powered up the console with the generator. I think the levers are used to start the device. Oh, there's a lot of levers. The red one looks like it goes last. I guess I'll try these. That didn't sound right. Okay, that one turns green. That one turns green. Okay, I figured out the order already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fancy. Now do I pull this? That did it. It's on. And it's glowing blue. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's look. What does this thing do anyway? Why would somebody kill for it? Well, I mean, it looks into electromagnetic waves to make a brain thing, to see things, and apparently can be used to make superhumans. I don't know, science. What does this thing do? Yeah, okay. Tunnel. Damn it, the grate is locked. Oh, why am I hiding here? This isn't my first hiding choice. It's kind of ended up here. Don't move. I know you see me. Woodcutter, stop cutting my wood. Dead end. Yeah, that's about what I expected. It's not what I was wanting to hide in, but you know, that works. Actually, I have a good idea where it might be. Oh, the tile screen's gotten dark. That's fascinating. Okay, now obviously continue. Is Woodcutter coming? What does this thing do anyway? Why would somebody kill for it? Where would be the best? I think the best hiding spot would be back here. Yep, this was where I thought the best hiding spot would be. It's probably not the best one, but it is a hiding spot. Maybe the garbage can be the best. Nope, this was not a good hiding spot. I'm wrong. It's where I was gonna try. I didn't try hiding there in the first place. So if it's not there and it's not there, it could be. I could jump through the upstairs window. It's what I did last time. He's actually pretty good at finding you in these scenarios. So let me see. What do I have in my inventory? Because earlier we mentioned this grating was locked. He's looking at the trash can, so maybe I hide in the trash can. I'm gonna try the trash can, see if there's anything there. Behind the device. Upstairs. No, this wasn't my first hiding spot choice either. This isn't probably it, so I'm gonna see if I get caught or not. Is he pouring the place full of gasoline, lighting a match, then light me in fire? Yep! Well, that's a different sort of bad end. Well, I guess he catches me, technically. Well, that could have turned out better. I see this must be how the machine is calibrated. Okay, so it's not upstairs. It's not over there. It's gonna be there's something I'm missing. See that window? I can't leave yet. I have to figure out the device. Sure. That did it. The console's been turned on. What does this thing do anyway? Somebody would kill for it. I don't know what always triggers him to pop up sometimes. Guess I'm just gonna shimmy this way. Why would he burn this room anyway? Isn't this the research he's been holding out for? So why would he pour gasoline for the research that he's trying to procure and then burn it? That's because he's not who I think he is, but... it's not who I think it is, just who she said the guy was. But if it was him, why would he be burning the thing that he's been trying to get his hands on? It's like, yes, finally, I've waited this long for him to make his research before I kill him. Now I will burn the barn with the thing I've been waiting for him to build and keep him alive for, and then I will destroy it in the process. That doesn't make much sense to me. I'll go upstairs and downstairs because I don't exactly know what triggers him to pop up. Obviously, we have to get by him because my character won't leave before then. Up the stairs I go. Can I not open up the window? Is that not an option? That's what I was going to originally think, but maybe not. It's not behind there. Do I hide inside the machine? Like something. What does this thing do anyway? Why would somebody kill for it? That did. The console's been turned on. I see the machine's been calibrated. Can't track for that stuff. I don't think it's triggering. Which means... well, I can't just leave. Go right to the door he's trying to break in. That'd be it. I can't leave yet. There's a weird device here. Now that... well, let me investigate this room at the very least. Maybe I'm supposed to do something to open this up, but I'm not exactly sure what. I wasn't hiding behind the bookshelf. I never thought it would be that, but clicking that, I ended up doing that. I don't have my hacksaw to break it open. To be honest, I don't know what I have to break it open. I need to investigate the room a little bit closer when I get into the panic mode. But still, though. Maybe if I walk over here, investigate this only, and walk back. There we go. Tunnel. Damn it, the gray is stuck closed. And then she hides back here. I did not want that outcome. So I was hoping to just investigate. Like, I thought maybe I double-clicked or something, but no, she just hides there. Hi, Woodcutter! Who's a cute little woodcutter? You're a cute little woodcutter. Yeah, you're not very happy. The Japanese mask is creepy. There he goes. So, don't investigate the grate, because then she tries to hide behind that shelf, which is the terrible hiding spot I'll add. It seems to trigger the scene. You interact with this, then... And that's not it. Maybe it's not. I need to figure out what's triggering it. Press a switch, interact with this, switch, investigate, eradicate. There we go. Behind the device. Oh, in here? This doesn't seem smart, but sure! I'll be the first test subject. This seems like it's the story thing that's supposed to work. Yep, that's what I expected. You get me in here, you're gonna use me as a test subject, you're gonna use me as a test subject. Time to figure out what this does. Into my dreams. Inside a nice mansion. Where did I even come from? The wall? The wall of my sanity, of my mindscape, if you will. Moving down the mansion corridors. You have some weird dream sequences in between the snowy Japanese field. Speaking of the snowy Japanese field, what, were you a child that lived in snowy Japan? Some of this would lead me to believe as such, but yeah, Okay, it seems like it's a long way to walk, so I'll walk. Kind of want to interact with the doors, but you know, it's probably not even open. Well, sure is very bleak dark here. I think we're approaching an altar there, or this is like an endless hallway. Either it has an end, or it's just very repeating. I like how when you move fast, the lighting takes a second to adjust. But anyways. Sorry, I was having fun with it. Moving forward, I think there's something different coming up, or am I just mistaken? I think I'm just mistaken. Okay. So evidently, can we go backwards? Yep. And it breaks the chain. Peekaboo room. I'm imagining Gymnopedie number 1 to this scene. It fit very well, given it wouldn't really be creepy, but it'd be fitting. Moody lighting, winter snow on the outside. Sort of atmosphere I imagine with that song, personally speaking. Well, nothing there through the window, so let's go in. It's my suspects. Am I going to have to figure out who it is at the moment when I'm in my dreams, and also noticeably with the statues there? If I can pick it up and then use it, then this is very suspicious, because maybe dreams affect reality somehow. Josie Herrera, Graham Wellington, Bobby Sawyer, Cynthia Perkman. I'll pick up the statue. A weird-looking clay statue. I can tell that's really old. I know where it goes, too. Thank you, weird statue. You almost remind me of Cactar. You lot are an interesting lot. Now do I look behind me and figure out there's probably something standing behind me? Yep! That's what I expected. Now we're back in the basement. Where am I now? In the basement. There's no... Well, actually, this is not the basement. It's because there's new notes, and you want to pick up new notes. Bill, I've made an incredibly fortunate discovery. About a month ago, a student came by with an old newspaper, clipping he had run across. It was dated 1932 and contained a photograph of 4 men arrested in a Chicago police bust. One of them is the spitting image of our dear Bullard, doppelganger. The student thought the photo quite curious, particularly because the man pictured is identified as a different name, James Lowry. So starting to come together. Was Bullard not really Bullard? Was he James Lowry that took Bullard's identity? I laughed it off as a coincidence and sent the student on his way. That evening, however, I became consumed with the insane idea that perhaps this was not happenstance after all. Could it be that in 1932 our own Harris Bullard was arrested under a different name? With the right connections, confidential police files are as easy to access as public records. I received today a carbon of James Leroy's 30-year-old arrest report. He was suspected of laundering money for a criminal organization, but was never formally charged. Sometime between his arrest and his release, his mugshot was taken. Thankfully, this photo was included in the documents I received. It is undeniably Bullard. It seems that there is more to our mutual friend than meets the eye. Best regards, Graham Wellington. A connection? Interesting. Let's see how this goes. What's this? Bullard isn't who he claims to be? Bullard's identity is fake? Ancient bags of barley. Moonstone barley. Well, I thought I was in the basement, but this definitely is a different layout than the basement I know. Also a newspaper to finish up my newspaper reading. I heard the breathing. Roosevelt signs Colin-Harrison Act. Washington, D.C. today, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Colin-Harrison Act, or beer bill, into law. The law gives states the authority to legalize the sale of beer and wine containing 3.2% alcohol or less. For many, the act marks the first step towards dismantling the Volstead Act and ending prohibition. I cannot say that word right now for the life of me. Supporters in the act argue that prohibition... Okay, let me see if I can... Of course, we studied this in history, and it's been a long time. Prohibition... not said like that at all, but I'm going to say it like that for the moment, has led to a rise in organized crime. A lot of small-time bootleg operations just went out of business, said a local restaurant owner who asked his name be withheld. Intriguing. But I'm more interested in this empty jug of moonshine. Alright, can I just walk right over here? Just walk right over here. Am I in a cage? Escape Bullard's machine. Find a way out. That was when she decided, fuck this, I'm out. This is the only way out. I think I can open the gate if I get the power working. Nothing happened. Maybe there isn't any electricity in here. A world without electricity, truly it's a world without goodness in it. Let me see, check a few things here. It looks like an old hand crank generator. I don't have a hand crank still, do I? No, I do have a clay statue. I know where that goes. Yeah, if I can get this thing started, maybe I can get out of here. So then the key is to get started and find hidden notes as they are hidden. Is there any hidden notes, speaking of which, behind me or anywhere right now? Don't see any. I'm going to walk this way. Nice gate there. Let's continue looking. Nothing on the pillar. Well, I found a metal crank. That's probably for, you know, the thing that needs a crank. Probably. Let's go a little bit more this way, though. I want to investigate. Gotta keep your eyes open. J. Luray, Daily Log, January 5th, 1944. Harris died today. The whole squad gone. The thing is, it should have been me. It was supposed to be on that sub. I asked Harris to switch with me this morning, right as the crew was boarding. Told him I didn't feel well. I never liked submarines. Harris was the only person I've ever really thought of as a friend. My associates in Chicago would stick a knife in my back without blinking an eye if they thought I would get them some dough. In fact, I'm sure that's what they intend to do the moment I step off this boat. Perhaps I should see Harris passing as an opportunity. All of his things are here. His papers, his extra dog tags, the physics book he showed me. His passport is here. Everyone who knew us personally is at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe my dear friend Harris has provided me with a way out. Yep, so stole his identity after the war submarine incident that we read about where he's the only survivor. Old dusty barrels. They look heavy. Guessing this doesn't go anywhere. Why do you need a ladder for in here? Ceiling check. I'll look more through the ceiling in the near future. Nothing immediately obvious. It's an old furnace. Yep, still an old furnace. And that is still an old furnace. Okay. Bottles of fun. It's a large barrel. It looks like alcohol boils up from the furnace to the still. Because that's what the world needs. More breweries. We got a shit ton in the city I live in, so... A bunch of empty crates. This must have been a pretty profitable bootlegging operation once. This is the final step of this distillery process. Can I pull the lever? There's still alcohol in there. Let me pour some into this empty moonshine jug. The jug is full of alcohol. Now it smells like disinfectant. Disinfectant, you say? The jug is full of alcohol. It burns my eyes. Well, there you go. Anything else in the area? Bunch of empty crates. This must have been pretty profitable, you claim. Can't say I could judge its profits from that, but is there something there? No, I was just imagining it. Taking a solid look around. Think I can get this kind of going. So obviously, firstly, we take this lever and put it here. Okay, now let's see if I can get this thing going with one arm. Probably not. Oh, wow. You are a superwoman. Rats, there's no fuel. Guess we'll work as a fuel. Alcohol. If I can get this thing started, maybe I can get out of here. But where would I put said alcohol, which might be disinfectant? I don't know, it burns. If it burns, it might be fuel-y. Oh. Rats, there's no fuel. Alcohol burns, right? I wonder if this would be... Okay, so I need to use it there. I wouldn't want to drink it, but I bet this old moonshine burns pretty well. Turn it. Yes, I got the generator working. Dang, the lights just popped. Will the gate work? Probably. Lights pop, they're old. Gate hopefully has a mechanism, that's fine. This is fine. Hi, sir. Body fun. It's a body, and it's still warm. He's dead. I have to get out of here. Are you sure he's dead? He's still kind of moving. I mean, he is hanging there, but I like to be a bit more optimistic. Let's check up here, and up the crevice. Where are we gonna go? Up outside the farm, I assume, or someplace else. Yep. That is a starry moon sky. Huh. Search the basement freezer. Still haven't done that, have I? It's under a picnic bench. It's kind of interesting. There's a passage under this table. It must date back to the Prohibition. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed-game videos, but little games to make my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video, obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You can also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.